Alright, back with Putin moves south, struggle for the Eurasian heartland. First, the nine of spades, another self-propelled howitzer. This is the 2S19, right there, very large. Top part, whatever you want to call that. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. There's another 152 millimeter main gun there with a range of 62 kilometers. So another formidable self-propelled howitzer from the Russian arsenal. All right, I am just about ready to start playing here in terms of strategy. Start talking about strategy, looking at the game now in strategic terms. I think I've pretty much gone over the bulk of the action point cost chart, which is what I wanted to do. Just kind of get the. I thought going through that would get me through the bulk of the rules. I think I got through a good 80% of the rules now, and definitely have a general idea here of gameplay. Also getting close to the end of the first turn. The coalition has 4 action points remaining. The Russian Confederation has 2. Now again, the turn can end if both sides pass. I think that's passed consecutively. I might as well double check. I think it's passed consecutively. And then where is it? Passing. If both players pass sequentially, the turn ends. Okay, so there we go. But I don't think there. I don't know if this is normal. Of course, I don't know if this is normal or not. This first turn is actually turned into be much more of a build-up phase than I realized when I started, obviously, and yeah, more of a build-up phase than I expected. So the coalition side here still has a ton of force. Well, actually, the Russian Confederation still has quite a bit of units in both reinforcement boxes. And again, you're paying action points to bring these units into play from your reinforcement box. So you have to do that. So when you do it, I'm sure there's some good calculations to go into that. All right. One thing I did, now it's clearer, now that I've played through some of the core mechanics here. Something I did realize and wanted to emphasize here is that some of these, I don't know what you want to call them, but not the main players. The main players obviously are NATO, China, Russia, and Iran. But you got all the 5 Central Asian countries, and then you have the Afghans, and I guess that's it. Yeah, so your 5 Central Asian plus the Afghans are your whatever. I don't know what the right term to use. I don't want to say. Well, the minor players. I guess you could say minor players. Anyways, so the Uzbeks, so the Kazakhs have an air unit, for example. Kazakhs also have 2 SF units, right there. Kazakhs have 2 SF units, and then the Uzbeks have an air unit. Interesting. And the Uzbeks have an SF unit. So interesting. So trying to remember, I think the SF, I know I went over this recently, maybe in the last video, or maybe it was the one before, but the SF units I think can support any contingent on their side. But I think the air power has to be by the same contingent. I think that's supposed to show, the air-ground coordination, training, the systems for, again, air-ground integration would be by contingent, not side. I think that's probably the thinking there. Again, like many things, if this game were more complex, I think you could have more, well, I think you could have much more detail, but I understand, or I think I understand the level of detail chosen here for play. Okay, I think that's that. Like I said, now let's start talking, again, now I'm going to start thinking in terms of strategy. So looking here, so again, this is Afghanistan right here. It says Mazar-e Sharif in the north of Afghanistan. By the way, the Afghans have an SF unit as well, and it's in the staging area, so it's ready to be played. And the Afghans have an air unit as well in the staging area, ready to use. Okay. So looking strategy-wise, see, I have the 8 strength hyperwar unit MEF here. By the way, why is a MEF hyperwar unit? But anyways, I just, okay. But now I'm thinking I might, oh, I see I'm on the edge of the screen here. I think I want to save that, try to save that unit, and maybe actually get in amphibious operation. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to send it ahead. So that leaves the 3 strength hyperwar unit and airborne capable RF NATO core here. Then we have the complex terrain capable JTF-M, also hyperwar capable. I think I am going to move him, but what to do with him? These are all what I consider my, immediately available units. I got the PRC 47th Corps, also complex terrain capable, but not hyperwar unit, 3 strength. Oh, I have another one over here too. Yeah, that's the same, 13th Corps, 3 strength. Okay. So in general, to go again across the board, I think I want to use him in the complex terrain here instead of shooting him off into the open there. Same with that guy. Same with that guy. So I think. Oh, here's the other thing. This, if I use my forces here to attack Samarkand, K2, and Bukhara here. I mean, this seems to be like the main doorway. This is the straight on through the desert, by the Aral Sea, onto Russia. That's like the direct approach. I guess over here is a flank area. Actually, it is less defended over here. Huh. Interesting. Do I try to attack here and then flank around that way, or again do I just try to bust through here? The other idea is to come through here by the Karakum Desert through Turkmenistan and Tajikistan are on the coalition side. All right, so let's see. This is not, well, yeah, I guess it is. I guess the city is considered, yep. No. Ooh, is a city complex terrain or not with respect to that guy's capabilities? Let's see. Well, anyways, I'm going to spend 1 coalition point. I'm going to do a non-hyperwar unit move, but complex terrain capable unit there. So I'm going to roll for movement allowance. Oh, get 2. Now, here's the deal. If it were not complex terrain capable, you would only move 1 hex because of the terrain. But here he gets to treat the complex terrain as clear terrain, so it is 1, 2. We have a regular Kyrgyz infantry corps there next to him now.